Welcome back. This time around I'm doing a hair rig and I decided to record this while I'm at it. It's going to be a simple rig for a short hair. Should be pretty fast in comparison to most long hair rigs. What I already done is weight painted the root hair model, hair bone, to this section right here. Everything in red is all the pieces that I don't want it to move, and everything in blue is gonna get new bones and it's gonna have the physics. The back section is gonna be its own separate rig. That way I can hot swap it whenever I want. So let me get into this. Let's go to edit mode. I don't need those things anymore. And I want the bones to be in front. So go here to properties and in front. That way I can easily see them. Got that one. Move it on X. I want to flip the direction, so I want to point it down. And make sure you name your bones. It's going to save you a bunch of time later on. Let's go bangs. Let's go 0.01. That way if I turn the other one, this will be 0.002. Okay. So we have that. Let me turn off the back ones. And let's see, where do I want the hair to start? So for the sides, it's gonna be right here. So grab that one. I want to turn on my snapping and into a volume snapping. That way it will get placed right in the center of it. So, oops, not that one. Undo. I wanna G to move it. Grab that one and grab that one. Actually up here. Keep pressing the wrong button. Yep, that was good. Okay, I don't need the model anymore. Okay, so this side is pretty much symmetrical. So we're gonna have two symmetrical bones, and then asymmetrical bones are gonna be right here in the front. The placement of your bones is pretty much depending on how much quality you want it to have and how much geometry you have. For me, for this kind of density, I'm gonna choose two grids, two quads for each bone. So extrude, that should be number 2. Extrude, extrude, and extrude. Okay. grab this one, and we're gonna parent that one to your head parent. Okay, now we see the dash line and now they're linked. So wherever this one goes, now that one goes, and all these shells go with it. The cool part about doing that right at the beginning is that if you copy that one, it is now parented to your parent bone, so no more need to do some extra filling around. Okay, grab that one, and I want you to be somewhere around there. Okay. Here and here. There's no need to be perfect. And I'm just gonna have one bone control those two hair strands. This one's gonna go up higher. Undo. Okay, so at this point I have my left side, and now I'm gonna do the asymmetrical part. So let's mirror these ones to the opposite side, and we're gonna tell Blender to auto name these ones to right and left. So select those bones and auto name left and right. So anything on the right is gonna put the dot R, and anything on the left is gonna put the dot left. And there we go. So we have our dot L's. With this, now we can press the symmetrize, and they get an equal amount in the opposite side. So now everything that's gonna be on this bangs are now gonna be symmetrical. So I'm gonna change that one's name to something else. So let's go here. So bangs front. The top one. So two. Okay, so this can go up here, and this can go up here, and then three. Okay, so this one's gonna be controlling those as well. I'm gonna be putting three more, so one for this little strand, one for this one, and one for this bunch. Okay, 4, 5, 6. Copy the top one. And then lastly, this one, which is gonna go down here. Alright, so now I have my bones. Okay, so now let's go to weight paint. Select your bones, select your mesh, and weight paint. So if you have symmetrical meshes, you can easily just place symmetrically. If not, then you need to like weight paint them on their own. You can use the regular weight paint, but this has a tendency to like paint over places you don't want to. You can also just hide the mesh and paint one strand at a time, doing it that way. What I prefer to do, it is just paint a tiny little area, so that way you have those vertex weights. So you have that. Or if you want to have all the vertex groups selected, you can do select this and select the parent and go parent with empty groups. So this is what this thing's going to do. Let me show you right here. So right now I only have one vertex group, which is the middle one. And doing it this way, Control P with empty groups. Now you have all the names of all your bones. You can easily find them now. So it's like up to you what kind of like system you wanna implement. Let's go to weight paint. Grab this little section and paint a little bit there. Now I'm gonna go to edit mode, and I'm gonna do the parenting kind of like in a manual way. So I only want this hair strand to be controlled by these bones. So I'm gonna assign it to my weight of 100% or 1. Assign. And that gets this little section assigned. I'm gonna also smooth out so that I get a nice gradient once it like moves around. Control click on the next one and do the exact same thing. Sign and then smooth. Go to the upper side. Select those two. Sign and then smooth. Select that one. Sign and then smooth it out. And select that one. And that one. Smooth it out. Now once you move those, you should get a nice smooth transition without any like real sharp corners. Okay, so I got that one, and this is symmetric on the other side, so I'm gonna mirror the weights. Let's go here. So this one's done. So I'm just gonna grab that one and that one and just push you up there. So there's no need to do double the weight painting where you have mirror options. this. Let's see. I think this one's symmetrical as well. And then the last one's not. Okay, so select that one. And okay, select that one, and you know what? I wanted to follow the armature. So I'm gonna select the mesh, go to your armature properties, and toggle on view on edit mode, and also the cage. So have those two. And now once you go into edit mode, it's gonna be following your geometry, your armature. So select bones, select mesh, edit mode, weight paint. Make sure I have that. And now I'm edit mode on it, and it's following the bones. Select those two, go to vertex, assign. Oops. I wanted to smooth. Select those two, assign, smooth those out. So right now it's just a matter of just a bunch of repetition over and over and over again. Assign. And most likely I'm going to be fast forwarding this section. So I have this, okay, mirror it, this, mirror, this, mirror, this, and mirror. Put that one up, put that one up. And now we have two asymmetrical ones. So select that one, select that one, that one. That one and that one. Why selected? Okay, so I want those two. Select that one. Alt and Shift Alt, Shift Alt, Shift Alt. Assign. Might even grab a few of that one. We'll see. Sign. And then lastly will be the last one. So just grab those, Control plus, sign, smooth it out. So we have that going. And since mirror will not really work, I'm not even gonna try it. Okay, never mind. I am gonna try it. Apparently they do. Okay. Got some little freebies there. Sign. Grab that, grab that, grab that, and seems like we are done with the front bangs. Let's grab this little section, grab that, and those two. Oops. Grab those. And then there's the barrel tips. Okay, I'm not liking how that's not really following. Well, I shouldn't move much, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Let's grab this ones. Come on, select it. Okay, that should be good. Smooth those out. And that's smooth. Select those and those. undo that one, select that, sign. Alright, so now we have our final section of our banks. Sign for that. Okay, so that was with it. Does move with it. Alright, so we are done with this one. Let's go to here. Let's go control save. And let's add the physics. So if I remember right, you just grab whatever bones you want to be attached with physics. Go to your okay, so it was on edit mode. I mean post mode. Okay, so I put it. How did I put it at? Okay, so here it is, the gravity collider. This is one of the best add-ons for automatic collisions and hair simulations. It's gonna use cloth simulations, but it's gonna automatically add the hitboxes for the cloth. You select whatever bones you want. Go to your end panel, find gravity collider, and just initialize collision boxes. And this creates a bunch of these little cubes, Here you can edit them. So you have pretty long bones. Just make sure you have them to the right size scale or approximate hitbox size. Like for me, this is pretty short, and these ones are usually perfect. That's the way they are. So press this one, it will create the actual physics. And now if you press it, you have this little thing going. And it seems it's already colliding with this guy. Okay, so one thing I do want to change is the collision size. So go over here, it's collision distance, and as you can see right now they're like pretty wild in distance wise. So here I go to pretty much 0. And now they're no longer getting extruded out to like stupid amounts. So this is what I want to see. It's a little bit of distance. So you want to increase that distance depending on your scale of your hairs. So just move this higher or lower. That one. And I usually want my quality to around 10 to 20. Yes, creates a smoother hitbox, but it will also make your calculations go slower. So be wary about that. Alright, so we have that one set. Now let's work on our back of our hair. Control save. I also want to move this ones to the same folder, and it didn't move it. So it doesn't move it when you drag it. The only option you have here is to actually move it in the viewport. Press M to move, select the bones, and now it gets pushed over there. Okay, so we have that. So let's create another armature. Let's call this one's backs. So let's do the back. I'm gonna do this once next. I am going to P, clear the parents. Okay, let's go. This one is change the name. So that one has the proper name. I don't want to ever render those items, and I only want to see them as wire, so they don't interfere with anything. so I don't want to see them right now. Turn that one off as well. I'm going to Alt H. Come over here. And let's start from scratch with the single bone. Go to edit. I'll put it in place, and let's rename this bone as okay. What's the main fucking name convention that I was using? So head control the name of the parent. Go here. Let's go head control. Okay, so we have that one set. Control D. Move it to one side. Let's flip it. Let's name this one to hair back dot 01. Okay, so everything's symmetrical except for this little spiky areas that I have, which is going to make it a whole lot easier. I'm also gonna get rid of this little geometry, which we don't need right now. Just gonna get on the way. So select that one and press P, separate by selection, and that way we can just hide it. And let's get this started again. So once again, we do the exact same thing. So grab that one, just gonna shrink it, and let's place you. Let's see, where's the face at? Yeah, let's go from this section right across it. So right there and there, and then we can go the way down. Alright, so we have this one, and once again we need to put these guys in front so that way we can actually see what we're doing. Go back to edit mode, grab this one and parent you to the main parent, and make sure we have a let's keep opposite. So extrude that one, and then probably extrude it here, and then extrude it there. So this bone will control these 3 strands. Shift D. Okay, did I even name them appropriately? I did. Okay, so this bone will be controlling that one, and that's about it. This one's too far out, so graph that. That one and that one. So we're controlling those two. And it's really up to you how much control do you want to have over your hair strands. You can do it all individually, or you can just lump sum them all in big groups. So getting to the point where okay, so probably have those two and 1 and 2 more should be done. Then the middle one. Okay, so the middle one I want to be right smack in the center. So I'm gonna put the tail and so 0, 0, 0. Double check it again. Okay, so my X is on 0 on all little bones. And this should be enough bones to control the hairs. I'm gonna have those spiky ones pretty much solid and not moving. So let's grab these ones. I'm not gonna select the middle ones since they don't need to be symmetrical. Auto name. So double check. They have the suffix .l. So grab that one and now symmetrize. Now they're all symmetrical and they're all parented to the same one. Yeah, so we'll remove this one, they all come with it. And we are done with our bones. Time to parent. So grab our mesh, grab our bones, Control P, and I'm gonna go with empty groups. Once again, this created all the vertex groups without transferring any of the parents. You can try, and let me just control save at this point. You can try and do the automatic weight painting, but for something for hair, Blender usually fails, as it will lump sum a bunch of them. This might be what you're looking for, but for me, it's not always what I want. So I'm gonna spend pretty much the same amount of time trying to clean this up as it would be for me to rig it myself. And this time around, I actually did a pretty good job. Rather surprising. But I prefer to have full control of it and not worry later on when we have a floating spike later on. It's like depending on what you end up doing, it is what you get in the salt. So let's go right here. Select that one and weight paint. Yeah, they have no weight paints. Perfect. This, what the hell is this? I got a floating something. I'll delete those. Okay, so we want that one to have control. Let me turn this one off. I don't need it anymore. About half of the hair and full control over the top. So this is quite easy. Just go to front view, first one. Toggle on your X-ray, and then this little section. Select all those. Yeah, selected all those, and then press assign, and you have this little thing going on. And now just smooth it out. Here I like to have a nice, pretty big smooth. That way you get a nice little fall off from the bones and into the root. One thing I do not like to do is have the automatic weights. It means one bone gets full transfer to all the weights, and everything gets distributed. And it gives you pretty sharp corners. For this instance, it's pretty much gonna backfire on what I want to do. So select that one. I don't want to do that one. Toggle that off. Have that one, and I will not toggle on my deformations. Here. Weight paint. And let's start with the corners. Just face select. And I said we want those 3. here, assign. Seems reasonable. So sign. Those, and then the bird tips. Okay, we got those. Let's mirror the weights. Put those up there. Just check whether or not this worked. Seems good. And that one's looking good. Save this little section. So let's see, what do I want here? Okay, so I want this 3. I want 2 in this little strand. So this little section. And the back one will control over that one. Sign and smooth. So mirror weights, mirror weights. Put that one there. Check how this one came out. Alright, so let's go with this one. Sign. Okay, push that one up. Check the results. All right, that's good. This one's going to be a simple strand. Put those up there. Check this one. Save. So this one's also going to be double one. Sign. Alright, it's almost done here. Smooth. So that one fell. And it's failing. Just getting a hard time finding that one. That was good, that was good. It's almost like I have a misaligned vertex there that didn't get a perfect mirror. Okay, so here. RGS. Alt tab. And we have that one. Let's call these ones okay, and one more thing. Where are so this guy. This guy wants to be part of this with empty groups. And white paint. Let's go here and select all and assign it to that one. So wherever that one goes, it goes with it. With that set, now I can just merge it. Alright, so got the hair cap, got the hairs. Now let's put in the physics. So box select, I'll select that one. Go find your gravity collider. Let's initialize boxes. They seem to be good. So bake boxes, and we have our physics. Once again, I'm going to the physics on it and reduce it to pretty much nothing. Alright, so right now they're super loose, and I particularly don't quite like that. So if you're doing like long hair or any other kind of type of hair, this works perfectly fine. But for like anime hair, you want to have a shapely style, right? So the hair doesn't just fall down into like gravity, but it keeps its shape. So in order to do that, we're gonna be adding another pin group to our cloth simulation. So let me save it at this point in case it crashes. And this is what we're gonna be doing. First of all, we wanna select every single thing. And this should already have a pin group. Alright. Then the graphic creator created that one. So select everything and select assign, and I'm just gonna press this one to all. And that way you know which one it is. Alright, so now we're gonna be adding a mix modifier, a vertex mix, and push this one above your cloth simulation, or else it will not work. So we're gonna pick our pin, which stops your hair from falling to the ground. And then we're gonna look for our all, or whatever name you typed into yours. Here you're gonna press A for Vertex Set, and now you have an influence. As you can see now, everything snapped into its original position without any kind of physics. You can reduce this toggle, and now you have a more rigid hair simulation. So you want it to be more stiff. This one will make it kind of spasm out. Let me turn on the body so you can see. What's going on. So if you want to have like bunny ears or anything that needs to be like pretty rigid, this is the way how you do it. If you don't, you can just go to 0 and it's super flowy. Also increase your quality steps. Let's go by 10. And you got something like this. For me, I like to keep it around the 1.2, like a 20ish to 30ish. This keeps it pretty loose and up to the shape. Let's go like 30. So this keeps the shape, but then it looks like way too springy. So somewhere in between those lines, you get a nice little consistency of your hair. So let me turn on the same one for the front buns. And let me do the same thing to them. Go here, select and press all, assign, jump out of that, go to weight mix, pan, and then all, and influence 0.25. Alright, so that's it for your hair. And all you have to do now is parent this bone to whatever armature or whatever object you want to, and it'll start following that model. Let me go to here, let me select to wire. I also do not want it to be render. Okay, and I want it to be placed there. Okay, so next time it did moved. Go back, Control Save. And we are done with this little model. You just attach it to your model and set. This I'm gonna call it a video, and I'll catch you guys later.